Launching now. It should be live any second. You're
Steven.
Sweet. We should be live any second. Huh? It's Big Steven jumping in at the last minute. Perfect timing, Steven. Right when we go live, the big man jumps in, right? So what is up, YouTube and everybody out there? Welcome to the first 555 Fitness Pulse Check powered by ZOLL. If you guys joined us in 2020, we did a bunch of 555 Fitness Live workouts here on the National Fire Radio YouTube channel. And a huge thank you to National Fire Radio and Jeremy, the producer, back there in the back end, making sure we're live on YouTube, which I'm trying to see if I get into the chat right now to see where we're at. And there we go. We are live on YouTube. So this year we decided to do something different. And our friends with ZOLL, who I'm very proud to say have been a partner and a sponsor of 555 Fitness for the past 4 years, which is crazy to think, right, Terry? That you got no sound, Terry.
Hard to believe, but yes, it has. 4 years. Great ride.
Hard to believe that 4 years ago in the Partners for Life show in Ohio.
Right, because Ohio doesn't suck.
Because Ohio doesn't suck. 555 was introduced to the folks from ZOLL, and they immediately jumped on to our mission and supporting our mission, which is a healthier emergency services. And we were able to come up with the Assault on CPR challenge, and we were able to successfully do that over 10 times around the country. And well, things in the country have changed, right? And we can't just go everywhere anymore like we used to, but ZOLL still wants to support us. And that's what these pulse checks are really about. And we're going to do these once a month. I do not have an exact day for the next one yet, but we are going to pick that after we get through one of these. And it's going to kind of always look like this, just like the 555 Lives did, where we're going to have a workout. That workout is posted on ZOLL EMS Fire's Instagram, along with all the different movements. So if you don't know what's going on and you're watching right now, you could jump on that and see all the different movements, or you can just watch this video and learn them as we go. So everybody that's on here is from different parts of the country. Some folks work for ZOLL, some folks are firefighter paramedics, wherever they are in the country. And it's pretty awesome to always have a varied group of folks with us. And you're going to see as the workout goes on, they all may be doing these movements a little bit differently. And that, again, is totally fine with us. That's what we want to see, is just that variety of movements. So before we jump too far into the workout, I just want to introduce the person who's going to be doing the co-hosting with me today. Again, if you spent some time with us in 2020, or you go back through the archives, you're going to see our good friend Terry Kehoe from ZOLL doing, I think you did every workout you joined us with in 2020, you did, except for my birthday workout. Correct, Terry?
I think you're right. I think we did skip the birthday workout, but yeah, going back, we did a lot of those workouts for sure.
I didn't skip the birthday workout. I was not allowed. I think you actually talked the most crap to me during the birthday workout, if I recall. But just
maybe
let everybody out there in YouTube land know who you are, Terry, and what you do for ZOLL.
Hey guys, my name's Terry Kehoe. Like Pip said, 555 Fitness has been a great friend to ZOLL and a great cause, and somebody we support very much. I'm the senior manager for clinical operations, and just really excited to bring these events back to the internet and back to the community that we support. And let's get after it.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty awesome. And again, just to talk about the reach of this and stuff, Bobby, CJ, Steven, Victoria, even Terry, our good friend Phil is in the chat out there from Indiana. He couldn't join us to work out today, but Phil has been a staple on 555 Fitness Live workouts with his ambulance there in the background. So hopefully he'll be able to get on the next pulse check with us here. But these guys have been warming up the whole time. You see CJ getting in her monster walks with her mini band right there. Making sure she's getting that air squat worked out. But we're going to talk about this workout real quick. CJ is going to demo the movements just for anybody out there that not really sure of what we're talking about, because sometimes that happens in the fitness world. So the first is going to be 20 push-ups in this AMRAP. So CJ is just going to show some regular push-ups, I think, and then she may do a quick variation from her knees, because as we're doing push-ups, and you hear this a lot in the fitness world, I can't do push-ups. Well, if you can't do regular push-ups, you can definitely do them from your knees, and they are just as challenging. That's how you build up to do the standard push-up. So we're going to do 20 push-ups. After you complete your 20 push-ups, you're going to do 30 mountain climbers. And these mountain climbers, every one of them counts. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. So depending on how you want to count, it's really 15 with your left leg, 15 with your right leg for a total of 30. After those 30 mountain climbers, we jump into 40 sit-ups. And sit-ups, again, are another move that if you have to put a weight on your feet to do the sit-ups, feel free to put a weight on your feet. If you have to butterfly your legs, keep them straight out, or use an ab mat, that works for us too. The goal is full range of motion, where we see CJ laying back down and sitting all the way back up. And then last, but certainly not least, is one of my favorite movements to do, not one of Nate's favorite movements to do, the air squat, where we're basically just going to do 50 air squats in a row. When we talk about an AMRAP, it's as many reps or rounds as possible in 14 minutes. So I have a 14-minute clock set here that we're going to run through this. And the folks that you see on the camera are just going to work through this AMRAP repetitively for those 14 minutes. They're all probably keeping score some way or another, using a chalkboard, maybe flipping a card. Recently, I saw someone move Swedish fish over, and then they eat the amount of Swedish fish they did in their workout, which I don't necessarily think is a bad thing either. What about you, Terry?
Yeah, not so bad.
Not so bad. And you're maybe it wasn't Swedish fish, maybe it was Sour Patch Kids. So I'll let you guys get ready here for another. We'll talk like 30 seconds or so, and then give me the big thumbs up if you are good to go, and we'll get this workout started.
Hey, Pip, I'm going to do some variations just for a wrist injury and my hip. I think I'm going to do calories on the bike for the squats and then a sandbag floor press instead of the push-ups. So.
All right. I love it. Love the variation we have. So we can talk about that too with the bike in the background there. And we'll see Bobby's hair blowing in the wind, unless she's like me and got the anti-wind screen going, which is the best thing ever, if you ask me. Right? So what's up, man? You all right? I'm live, dude. Good to go. Sorry about that. Somebody wanted to know if I was live. Young Finn's friends all want to watch us live on the YouTube of National Fire Radio. So you got to love that one, right? All right, everybody good to go with a thumbs up? Awesome. We got 10 seconds on the clock. 3, 2, 1, 20 push-ups. So what's up, Terry? This is kind of weird to be talking to you during this time. I'm used
I
to
know.
working out, man.
Usually you and I are the ones, listening to CJ's commentary. It's kind of nice. So
yeah, when you switch it up a little bit, you're on the other side. I think too, this is your first hosting gig with us, right?
It is. It's nice. Big shoes to fill for sure.
14 minutes of glory right here, man. But
absolutely.
As always, and I said this before, but 555 Fitness really cannot thank ZOLL enough for their support in this. And this idea, grew from changes and us not being able to get out there, but it was really successful with everyone watching it. So when we talk about ZOLL and what it is you guys do, I think for us, it's your commitment to overall provider health and wellness that many people don't even know about.
Yeah, I mean, it's a no-brainer. It's a very great fit from 55 Fitness and ZOLL. Your mission to improve fitness, the entire public safety community, to prevent line of duty death related to cardiac events. That certainly aligns really well with what we do, and it's a great way for ZOLL to just say thank you. And hopefully, a lot of agencies are finding this content, and it makes things a little bit better and a little bit easier, and everybody can be a little bit healthier. So we're excited to partner with you.
That is totally the overall goal. And that is what we saw too, doing that Assault on CPR challenge, where we were in booths at shows around the country, and we had people coming back repetitively, trying to beat their score, trying to get their friends to experience the Assault on CPR challenge, which for those of you who don't know, it was going to be the Assault on CPR challenge was 1 minute max calories on the assault bike, and Bobby's going to be on our assault bike there shortly. And then you did 2 minutes of hands-only CPR. Well, what we did for the CPR end of it was for the first minute, you couldn't see your active CPR feedback. So your first minute, you did CPR in the blind, I guess is a way that we can say it, but it's something that we don't get a lot of. Then we would turn the ZOLL monitor around and show you your actual feedback. And we saw, Terry, I don't want to, blow up ZOLL's CPR feedback so much, but I experienced this. I was doing horrible CPR, especially after that max calorie bike ride. For
Absolutely,
sure.
right? And that's the kind of the reason that's such a cool exercise, right? Is that's the if your buddy next to you happens to go down or somebody has a problem, right? We're never prepared to do that, right? So you're in a stressed environment, and being able to do high quality CPR when it matters most, that's a great way to replicate it. So
yeah, it was really amazing, and to see that technology, and I've been in this game for a little while, and we were just talking the other day at work because my 2 rookies are going to EMT class, and I was telling them how way back when I became an EMT, I had to take a separate class to use an AED. When they first came out, we had a 9-hour class, then a 3-hour cardiology lecture taught by a doctor to learn to use the AED. And now they're out there, and hands-only CPR is out there, and actually training on it and stressing yourself to do it was just such a huge thing that made me learn a lot.
Way to go,
CPR
Victoria. She's already in her second rounds of push-ups there.
Nice. She's moving along right now. I love it.
And Nate Laird does have a long way to go. Those air squats are no joke for somebody who's 6'6".
He's leaving the screen.
He's leaving the screen
right
with
there.
every upward. Way to go, Skoog. Way to go, CJ. Steven, Bobby. Everybody's getting after it. Way to go, Amy.
It's kind of small today. No, everybody's looking really good, and that's the key, and that's what we saw too with the same thing with the Assault on CPR Challenge. We saw people improving, that come back and beat my score. And we've even had people at the same show kind of come back the next day to see if they could improve on that CPR score. And what everybody thought was going to be the bike was the challenge. The true story was it was how quality is your CPR.
Yeah. If you were really good at that first minute of CPR, you had a huge advantage for sure.
Yeah.
And the other really cool thing about the Assault on CPR Challenge is we were able to put a lot of assault bikes out into local agencies and departments to be able to use those in their home gyms or their department gyms.
Yes. So through ZOLL, 555 Fitness and Assault Fitness, we have to thank our friends at Assault too. We were able to provide. I should have the exact number. I think we started doing the bike at 7. I think we were able to give 7 bikes away to, which this is my big point of this one, fire, EMS, and the New Jersey State Police. Because we had a New Jersey State Police officer who was also a paramedic at a show, competed in it, and she won it. And she was also our first female winner, Meg. So it's always awesome to give Jersey a shout out for me, but that was huge. And being able to see those departments using them is just great. It speaks to the mission of 555 Fitness for sure.
Everybody's doing awesome.
Yep, they're getting those. I see a lot of mountain climbers going on right now, so we're all into that second round. Bobby was wrecking it out on her assault bike back there. Her hair was going wild. We'll have to talk about that one in the next one. I hate that I have to squeeze in. I'm getting old, man. I need glasses. I got to squeeze in to see what everybody's doing here. You guys are on the 8-minute to go mark, just about. We're just about to crush 8 minutes down. So you're almost at that halfway point for this 14-minute AMRAP that you're doing.
Way to go, everybody. Keep going. Keep going.
And I think too, something that, Terry, we know we're going to focus on this year with these pulse checks powered by ZOLL is that you can do these workouts anywhere. We have CJ in her home gym. We have Steven in, I don't think that's his regular firehouse gym, but it could be. I know Victoria's in her firehouse gym. Amy is in her house. Nate is in his house. Eric's in his house. Bobby's in her house. I think that's a key thing for emergency service providers to understand where you can work out, right?
Absolutely. We're all living through unprecedented times where we might not be able to do our normal routines and, things that normally are our support mechanisms. So being able to do that anywhere, whether it's your station, your house, your basement, your front yard, it all works.
Yeah, and it's amazing too, again, how the circle of 555 just keeps going around and going around, where we've been kind of touting for years, you don't need a big gym to work out in. You could do it wherever you need to, and use whatever equipment you have in front of you. And I think that's a big part of it. So that's something we're definitely going to talk about on these episodes of 555 Live for sure. And some of the other topics that we've already talked about is, kind of the team approach. One thing that I know ZOLL is really big on is that team approach when it comes to resuscitation. And I think when it comes to working out, having that team, this team right here working out with you at the same time, you know, even though they're not in the same room, they're all still suffering together.
Absolutely. I know that makes some of those hard chipper workouts that you and I do a lot easier when I can see somebody struggling with me. Nate's got some support as he's struggling right now, and he keeps on powering through. Way to go, guys. Turn that into a family workout.
At some point, he's going to get them all to do something with him, some kind of air squat as a family or something, right?
But I think.
I love it even more too, because Nate doesn't even know this. He was not in any planning meetings. This isn't anything that was planned, but one of these episodes is going to be how to work out at home with your family, because it's something that you know, I do, you know, your girls are still a little bit younger, but your son and daughter are old enough, and I know they work out with you. They've been getting after some 555 fitness workouts this year. So I think that's a big part of this, you know, because when we talk about health and wellness in the emergency services, we always think about how to do our job, right? We're trying to stay healthy to do our job. And one of the things that 555 has tried to push with our mission is you need to not only be healthy to do your job, but you need to be healthy to come home to your family and to live a nice long life with them and get them involved. Because I mean, my kids have been crushing it this year already. With me, and I love every minute of seeing them do that. But that's why I'm really doing this. That's my why is those little guys right there.
Oh, absolutely. You know, absolutely. Everybody's got a different why, but everybody's is just as important. Way to go, Scoog. Keep going, buddy.
I like those air squats too. And we didn't talk about too. Bobby was just doing it because we were off on another topic, and now she's back into her mountain climbers. But she's using the sandbag. You know, she has a little bit of a wrist injury where doing push-ups are definitely going to put extra pressure on your wrist as you're going up and down, especially if we sandwich them in with these mountain climbers. So instead, Bobby grabbed her sandbag, and she's just doing floor presses with them. In and of themselves is an extremely hard exercise to do. Oh, Amy's got her dog in now. Yeah. Dog's jumping in on the workout. This is true anything can happen fitness, which is what I love about it, right?
Absolutely.
Oh, and we had to lose Victoria there. She had to go on a run
like she went on a job.
With the engine, they're heading out. We were talking about that before too. Normally she rides on the truck. Now she's on an engine right now, and she's got to go on all these calls. She's very, very confused with it. Come on, guys. You guys got 4 minutes to go. If you're looking 4 more minutes of this workout, let's get this.
Way to go, CJ. Way to go, Steven.
Halfway through wherever you're at.
Great job, Amy.
Good job with those push-ups, everybody that I see doing those right now. Big Steven's killing it. He's got a long way to go for those air squats too.
Pip, what would be a couple other good adaptive injuries if somebody, you know, listening on the pod or listening here can't do one of these exercises for whatever reason? Can we run through a couple for each?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So when we talk about the push-ups, you know, we already talked about the floor press with a sandbag. If you don't have a sandbag, you can use a weight plate. You can use a book bag.
Med bag.
For that. Yep. A med bag would be perfect for that one. Something else too that you can do is also a rowing type movement where you're doing a bent over row and pulling up with something. So again, if you had that med bag and you bent over to pull up, you know, that's another good one for push-ups. Another adaptive push-up would be is if you could do push-ups on a wall or on a box. That's also going to take away less pressure from your wrist, and it's going to make that build up to that push-up. Your mountain climbers, that's basically the cardio move in this workout, right? That's where you're consistently moving. So you could do things like toe taps or even step ups to a low object. If you have a jump rope, you could always jump rope with those as well. Sit-ups, that one gets a little more complicated, but that's where you want to start to weight your feet if you're having problems with the sit-ups. You know, have your child sit on your feet while you're doing them. You could also do a Superman, which we're going to have to add to the movement library, which is a different movement, but it's still working that main body core line. And then when it goes to air squats, it's just like sitting down, right? So sometimes we see people do air squats and CJ's doing them really well right now to full range of motion. And not everyone has that range of motion. So what you want to do for an air squat as an adaptive movement, it just lays it out there. Fortunately, being small, I seem to. It's one thing I'm really good at. But you want to put something behind you, like a box or a bench. Like I'm sitting on a bench right now, and I don't really have myself set up to show movements. But just where even if you're tapping something and standing back up, it's just like sitting on a chair. So where you're going to get that movement in is a really good adaptation to air squats. So there's loads of things you could do. And it's something that CJ and I talked about. You guys got 90 seconds left, 90 seconds of work.
Way to go, guys. Finish hard. Finish hard.
Where I think we're going to commit one of these for 1 month, where it's going to basically be instructional the whole way through. You know, we're going to take our time and we're going to talk about push-ups and different variations of push-ups. We'll talk about air squats and different variations of air squats, because I think that's another barrier to fitness, is the general, that at least we see in the emergency services community, is just the knowledge of what do I do? You know, you have that thought that like, I need to go to a trainer, I need to do all these things. And unfortunately, it's not so easy right now to do that. And with our schedule, it's less than a minute, guys, 50 seconds left.
Keep going, guys. Keep going, Scoog. You're doing great, buddy.
A lot more complicated too, to get to the gym and to meet with a trainer and to stay that consistent. So some part of this as the year progresses is going to be a bit of an educational aspect too. And drink your water. So 30 seconds left, guys. You got 30 seconds. So whatever you're in, let's get through those reps. This is that beyond dig deep time. We didn't really give you that 2-minute dig deep because we were busy talking.
Big Steven, come on, buddy.
Getting them in.
Awesome.
Yeah, next month we're definitely getting the clock on here. 10 seconds left, guys. 10 seconds. You're almost there.
Way to go, Nate.
3, 2, 1, time. Good job, guys. That was 14 minutes of not.
Well done.
Right there. Awesome work, everybody. I'm glad to see everybody shaking it out a little bit. Heart rates are up, which is always a good thing. And that's it. 14 minutes, Terry, right? We know just how long 14 minutes can be, though.
That's right. But you know, you've got to invest that time in yourself, right? To making yourself healthy and your wellness for yourself, your family, your agency. It's just all around a good thing.
It's definitely one of those things that anybody can do this. And that's what we want to do with these pulse checks. You know, we want to check in with everybody every month. We want to introduce a lot of different people to the world and show them working out and show them doing this just because they can. You know what I mean? And I think that's a big part of it too, is seeing folks do this. And, you know, this video is on YouTube kind of forever. So you can always go back and check it out and work out with all our friends from here. So how's everybody doing out there?
CJ gave a thumbs up. I could see.
Sorry, I had to hit the chat. I forgot I was supposed to be monitoring the chat.
Good one.
How was it, Nate?
It's a good one. I almost had my 5-year-old sit on my back. Almost went RX plus on that.
It help you get all the depth in those air squats. You had her on your shoulders.
You could have held her for the sit-ups, you know. You could have totally held her for the sit-ups, man. That would have been massively impressive.
Thanks for the invite, Terry.
You're welcome, guys.
See, and they mean that.
I'm not sure if you're serious about that right now, but you know,
we'll talk offline.
You did a great job, though. You did a great job.
You did awesome, Eric and Nate, man. And this was Eric and Amy. You've done one of these before with us, right? Amy, you were here. You did one with us, didn't you?
Yes, I did one in the spring.
Okay, so this was definitely Nate and Eric's first, you know, any type of 555 fitness workout. So it's awesome to have you guys on board with us. And as we always say, now you're in for life. You always get the email invite. So
good deal.
Steven, man, thanks for jumping in. You jumped in last minute there. We didn't really get to welcome you too well, but I guess you're at work today.
No, I'm off today. I was having technical problems with my iPad, so I had to switch to my phone last second to try to log in. So
no worries, man. You made it. We've learned all about the technical difficulties we've had this year.
So what was the hardest?
I wasn't looking to the internet for some reason.
What was the hardest part of this workout, Steven?
For me, probably the air squats. I just don't like air squats. Push-ups weren't bad, sit-ups weren't bad, but probably just the air squats.
I'm not sure that CJ agrees. She's kind of got that wry look on her face, like any of this was.
All of it was pretty good for me, but definitely air squats really hurt me today.
It's weird how, like, you know, you pick out it. as much as I'd say, I know in this one the sit-ups crush me, because sit-ups crush me in almost every one, but it does seem to rotate through. And it's that thing that keeps it exciting and keeps you coming back, that you want to see, did I improve on sit-ups this time? Oh no, it was the air squats that got me. Maybe that was because I moved a little bit too much faster. But it's that challenge that I think, again, a lot of people don't necessarily understand about the benefits of fitness, and challenging yourself to be better and challenging yourself at things like this, trying things you haven't maybe tried before. So if we can keep putting that out there to our community, I think it's a huge part of how we can make this change.
Well, it's just like doing the 5-5-5 standard, of seeing how you improve from month to month if you do it.
You should make this the 5-5-5 ZOLL standard.
What?
You should make this the 5-5-5 ZOLL standard.
There you go. But
I don't know if Nate and Eric agree with that.
Whatever it is, and doing it one time and seeing how you fare, whether it's time-wise, number of reps, and then continue your normal workouts throughout the month, and then the beginning of the month or however you do it, going back to that workout again and seeing how did I improve on my sit-ups, or did I get an extra half round, or did I take 30 seconds off my time from last time, and trying to improve every single time.
That consistency, Stephen, that you're talking about right there, is so key. Even though we do randomized workout training, that consistency of keeping going and retesting yourself, I know that's been a big part for me recently, and I've talked a lot about it on my personal social media, but that's something that keeps you rolling. And I kind of like that idea, Bobby, that we may have like a ZOLL standard workout here. This one is,
it can be done. It's just like ours, but it has enough different movements in it.
And it's always true. If you can't improve what you don't measure, right? It doesn't matter if you're talking about CPR feedback or you're talking about your fitness, right? You need to have accurate measurements and improve and see how you do over time.
I like that. We're gonna have to talk to some of the powers that be, because something that we didn't introduce yet, but we're introducing right now, is not only are we doing this monthly feature, the Pulse Check powered by ZOLL on 555 Fitness and National Fire Radio YouTube, but every Monday we have the Medical Monday WOD on the 555 Fitness Instagram, again powered by ZOLL. So not that we're going to see this one come up every month, but I think we may now see this one come up maybe every other month or every 3 months, as that retest, being today was our big launch day. So I kind of like that idea. So one of the things that's going to set Medical Monday apart from all the other workouts is you could go to @ZOLL EMS Fire on Instagram, and not only will you see the workout in their stories, but you're going to see the movements in it. So you'll see someone demoing push-ups, someone demoing mountain climbers, sit-ups, and air squats. So if you don't have an idea on how to do that, we're going to be able to provide that for you over on the ZOLL EMS Fire page each Monday for 2021, which is quite exciting. And then you'll see this one here again at some point. Now that I've been given a bad idea, I got to run with it, right? And pass it off as my own. But I think it's going to be pretty awesome. CJ, I don't know if you heard, but when you were working out there, we were talking about some of our ideas this year about doing family workouts, and Nate, it was great that your daughters just appeared, because that was one of the things we planned to talk about too. We're at home, we're doing this at home, our kids are jumping in. We also talked, CJ, about one of the suggestions you came up with about talking about movements and how to protect your back. We want to spend some time talking about that. So we're going to build into those. One of the other topics that I know Terry had mentioned, that we're just going to talk about how this helps our mental wellness, because that's another big part of fitness that a lot of people don't think about that as the reward of it. But even things like this, being with you guys now, and I'm going to hit a workout here in a little bit, but it all melds together. So Terry, I know you have some friends that you want to bring on for that, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. We've got some folks who, are very supportive of the mental health awareness, certainly in the fire service and EMS and first responders in general. And just one of the many things that we're excited to talk about over the course of the year here.
I think there's a huge stigma too with modifying. I'm not the oldest in the group, but I'm not the youngest either. And so I think when people think that they can't do it exactly as prescribed, it's not good enough. But I blew a ganglion cyst on my left wrist. I don't know how many other medical people in there, but you can't hold a laryngoscope to tube somebody. You can't squeeze your hand. So for me, I have to modify it so that I'm not hyperextending my wrist. Everybody wants to be fit and buff, but if I can't do my job, then I don't pay my bills. But I think there's a huge stigma about modifying anything. I'm the queen of modification. I'm still sweating, so it doesn't matter.
And I think too, and Bobby just said she's the queen of modification. We all do it. I think everybody out there does it to some extent. For some reason, like you said, it's not talked about as much. And I do think that is another one. We definitely have 12 topics this year. If I really got to write them all down, but
look at it.
We definitely have a great. What's that?
Can you see the cyst?
Gross. To talk about doing this, and those modifications are key. And like you guys saw, Bobby modified 2 of the movements today with no problem whatsoever, and still got this workout in with everybody else. And that's one of the more awesome things about all this. And I think as Medical Mondays come out, we'll start to talk about some of those modifications now too. That's another great idea. So awesome. Cool. Well, we've spent about a half an hour here live. Terry, would you like to wrap us up with any words from you real quick?
No, I just wanted to thank our friends at 555 Fitness for coming up with the workout, coming out with all the support for the the public safety community in general, right? We want to support you guys so you can keep everybody else happy, healthy, and able to do their jobs. So thank you guys.
You were most welcome, and Amy's dog was licking the camera there the whole time. It was awesome. I had to start laughing there, but we're really, again, and this goes to that, I thank you, you thank me, but we can't thank ZOLL enough for their support. That first year in Ohio, we came up with something that had to do with working out in CPR, and it was, we were new at all this when we came up with that event. And a year later, we came up with the Assault on CPR Challenge, and that has grown to this. And I just can't think about how many more people we're going to be able to reach now by doing things like this. So having ZOLL's support for that is going to be awesome. And for everyone out there that's watching, we are doing 2021 555 Fitness grants. The Strength is Your Foundation grant program will be back for all fire, EMS, police, dispatchers, public safety, wildland, lifeguard,
marine life. We got everything.
Marine protection life services, fish and game and wildlife protective services.
Veterinarian.
We are open.
Bust into the Hems field.
We are working on that right now. We are working on how the package is going to look, how the program is, if there's going to be any changes this year from last year, and what the dates are. So CJ is working really hard on it. We hope to, by pulse check next month, we hope to have at least the first date ready for when the application period will be open. So just please stand by and kind of hang out, right, CJ?
Yeah, sign up for the newsletter, and then follow us on social media. We'll send emails out via the newsletter. You can sign up on our website, but that's the best way to stay up to date on anything grant, and pretty much most 555 things we put through that now.
And we also, too, with the website, 555fitness.org, you can sign up for the newsletter. We've heard a lot recently of people who aren't on social media, because we do put out our workouts on our social media channels, but they're also on our website each day. You just have to scroll down and you'll see the workouts appearing. So the ZOLL Medical Monday workouts will be there each Monday. So if you're not on social media, you can go to the website. We also have loads of programs you can download with different types of workout programs to follow if you're someone that wants to maybe build strength or do a stair climb this year or anything like that. We have a boatload of programs and information on there. So please just hang out. We hope to be back in 2 weeks with a 555 Fitness Live workout, which is basically just going to be another one of these where it's more of a workout and less talking. I think I'm probably going to jump in on that one because it's been a while for me to be working out live, and it wouldn't be, I guess, since my birthday. So yeah, it's been a really long time since I've done one of the workouts. So I'm due to jump in on one of them, but I'll be back in about 2 weeks with that. Make sure you're following at 555 Fitness on Instagram or 555 Fitness on Facebook. Make sure if you're on IG, you're following at EMS, these awesome workouts and more information. If you want to follow the stud Terry Kehoe, it's at the Z Medic, and see him working out all the time, because I think he consistently posts more workouts than almost anyone else I know, I would say. that's not a fitness professional. Well, I'll give you that one, right, Terry?
Terry's been killing it. I mean, don't get me wrong,
Certainly not a professional.
Terry has always busted his butt, but I think with Corona, Terry, I'm sure he'll admit, finally got to be with his family a lot more and realign, those protocols, and to be home and still have to find time to fit it all in when you're not traveling I think it's just as hard as traveling all the time.
Oh, exactly. I mean, I think all of our lives have changed, so much in the last 10, 11 months, whatever it is at this point. But having that ability to work out at home with my family and stay safe has been essential for sure.
It is the best part of this. That would be one of my things. Like working out at home with the kids more. I mean, I did it before, but now we're out here in this garage together a lot, although it's really cold today. So I know they're not coming out today. Plus they have jujitsu in a little bit today. So they'll be out on that one with me, but I'll be out here freezing. But a huge thank you to Victoria, who had to run, Amy, Eric, CJ, Steven, Bobby, Nate. I got everybody, right? Yeah, I got everybody. And Victoria had to run for joining us today. I hate it when I miss people. Terry, thanks for joining me on this one. I think next month you're working out, and maybe Nate will join me as the ZOLL representative, or Eric. I think maybe Eric may want to be the ZOLL talker next month, let's say,
Eric
as opposed to you.
About fair play.
It always depends on what the workout is. Is it worse to have to talk or to do it?
Right.
I'd rather do the workouts. That's all I'm saying. But last but certainly not least, to our friend Jeremy, the man behind the curtain, and National Fire Radio, thank you again for letting us use your YouTube channel for this, man. You guys
have a home here, always.
All your support for this has been epic. And two, to everybody, Phil says goodbye, and he said it was great to see everyone, and he can't wait to join us next time. So thanks.